Welcome to your IELTS listening practice from Spinta.org. This is a mini-test designed to help you practice a specific section of the exam and improve your confidence. The recording will be played one time only, just like in the official test. Let's begin.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this lecture on autoimmune disease triggers. Today we will explore a significant area of immunology, specifically focusing on the environmental and genetic factors that contribute to what is termed as self-attack in autoimmune diseases. First, let's clarify what autoimmune diseases are. These are conditions where the immune system, which is designed to defend our bodies from infections and diseases, mistakenly attacks healthy cells. This can lead to a variety of conditions such as rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and multiple sclerosis. The intricate mechanisms underlying these diseases can often seem daunting. However, understanding the triggers behind these conditions is essential, as it can provide insights into prevention, diagnosis, and treatment. To begin, let's consider the environmental factors. This category encompasses a vast array of influences, ranging from exposure to specific chemicals and infectious agents to dietary habits and psychosocial stress. The first environmental trigger we should address is infections. Numerous studies have indicated that certain infections can precipitate autoimmune responses. A prime example is the Epstein-Barr virus, which has been implicated in conditions like multiple sclerosis. The virus can initiate an immune response that does not resolve properly, leading to the immune system turning against the body's own tissues. Furthermore, there are various bacteria and viruses that have been linked to autoimmune diseases. For instance, streptococcal infections have been associated with rheumatic fever, which can subsequently lead to autoimmune heart disease. Understanding the role of infections is particularly vital, as it helps explain why some individuals may develop autoimmune syndromes following an apparent illness. Next among environmental factors is stress. Psychological stress can have profound effects on the immune system. High levels of stress can lead to the overproduction of certain hormones, such as cortisol, which might compromise immune function and alter the balance of immune responses. In patients with pre-existing autoimmune conditions, stress can exacerbate symptoms and lead to flares. For example, individuals with lupus often report that their symptoms worsen during periods of heightened stress. This connection highlights the importance of psychological well-being in managing autoimmune diseases. Moving on to the next pillar of our discussion, genetic factors. Genetic predisposition to autoimmune diseases is a significant area of research within immunology. Specific genes play crucial roles in regulating immune responses, and certain variants have been implicated in increased susceptibility to autoimmune diseases. For instance, the human leukocyte antigen HLA gene complex is an essential area of focus. Variants of HLA have been strongly associated with diseases like rheumatoid arthritis and type 1 diabetes. Studies have shown that individuals carrying these genetic variants are at a higher risk of developing these conditions. Furthermore, family history also plays a role in the risk of autoimmune diseases. If a family member has an autoimmune condition, it significantly increases the likelihood of other family members developing similar conditions, suggesting a hereditary component to the immune system's behavior. Another aspect to consider is gender, as autoimmune diseases disproportionately affect women more than men. This disparity can be attributed to hormonal differences, particularly the influence of estrogen on immune activity. Research has indicated that estrogen may enhance immune response, thereby influencing the likelihood of developing autoimmune conditions. Now let's discuss how environmental factors can interact with genetic predispositions in triggering autoimmune diseases. For example, nutrition has emerged as a critical point of intersection. A nutrient-deficient diet may exacerbate genetic risks. Certain diets high in processed foods and low in anti-inflammatory nutrients can compromise immune function. Moreover, specific foods have been identified to aggravate autoimmune responses in genetically susceptible individuals. Gluten is a notable example. In people with celiac disease, a severe autoimmune response triggered by gluten. Consuming this protein leads to inflammation and intestinal damage. Additionally, exposure to environmental triggers can coincide with a genetic predisposition, increasing the risk of developing autoimmune diseases. For instance, an individual with a genetic risk who lives in a highly polluted area may be more likely to develop an autoimmune condition due to the compounded effects of environmental exposure and genetic vulnerability. Finally, let us summarize the key takeaways from today's discussion. We've explored numerous triggers of autoimmune diseases, focusing particularly on environmental factors such as infections and stress, as well as genetic factors, including hereditary predispositions, the role of HLA genes, and the influence of gender. Understanding these factors is crucial not only for academics, but also for practical applications in healthcare. By recognizing the potential triggers, we can develop better preventative strategies, improve diagnosis as well as treatment plans, and ultimately enhance patients' quality of life. Thank you for joining me today in this session on autoimmune disease triggers. I hope you leave with a deeper understanding of how environmental and genetic factors contribute to the phenomenon of self-attack in autoimmune diseases. Have a great day!
You have now completed the practice test. When you are ready for a full exam experience, visit us at Spinta.org. There you will find complete mock tests for all 4 skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Our platform provides instant AI feedback for your speaking and writing tasks, along with an accurate prediction of your band score. Take control of your preparation at Spinta.org.